Hello, Sandernatics! My name is Sanders, and I present you both bootleg of the Archetype Next She and He action figure. This action figure was originally manufactured by Figma company, yet several knockoff figures of this was scattered around the online shops, and I was curious how well these figures are, so I take the plunge to order this bootleg figure. This figure were originally made to replicate the articulation of a real human body, for the artist's reference whenever they draw. They were both claimed to be highly articulated figure that can do dynamic poses and packed with decent amount of hand manipulators to replicate human gestures. The front of the pack was clear, which allows you to see the actual figure you will get together with its manipulators and a stand. The back of it shows the posing ideas that this figure can do. Without further ado, let's start with the Archetype She figure. To open the pack, you just need to slide the cardboard. In this pack, you will get the instruction pamphlet which shows the information and details of the figure. You will have the hand and feet manipulators, which is neatly attached on the clear rack, the stand and its parts that you need to assemble, and finally the female action figure. In my case, I choose the color flesh one. Assembling the stand was easy. You just need to peg the stand to its base and put the tip on the other side. The tip will be attached on the figure back, and now the figure is ready to do whatever pose you wanna do to it on mid-air. The figure has amazing sculpt. It does really capture the body of a sexy human being. The proportions was great, and I have no complaint about it. The only downside of this was the big gap on the back, but it is justifiable and a small flaws for the great articulation that this figure possesses. For the accessories, this figure has another two set of hand and feet manipulators. You can swap those to achieve closed hands, open hands, holding hands, articulated feet, and dynamic feet. Head is on ball joint, neck is also on ball joint, shoulder is on ball joint that can go 360 degrees, bicep ball joint bend and swivel, both hands are on ball joint, chest is also on ball joint, waist ball joint split, legs can go this far and that far, beautiful bend at the knee, both feet are on ball joint, and toe swivel. Next, let's take a look on the Archetype He figure. Opening this pack is the same how you open the She figure. You will also get the instruction pamphlet for information and details, same set but unique manipulators for the hand and feet of the He figure, the same stand which you need to assemble, and the He figure itself. Since the stand of the He figure was the same, you just need to repeat the assembling process. The He figure also have the amazing sculpt of a buff man. The muscle details and the proportion was awesome. Unlike the She figure, the back of this figure was not hollow, making it much more better than the She figure. For the manipulators, it has a default closed hands, open hands, holding hands, default articulated feet, and the dynamic feet. Head is on ball joint, neck is on ball joint, shoulder is on ball joint that can go 360 degrees, bicep ball joint bend, both hands are on ball joint, chest is also on ball joint, waist ball joint, leg can go this far and that far, legs can spread and split, beautiful bend at the knee, both feet are on ball joint, and toe swivel. Here are some poses that this figure were capable of doing so. at the face of these things. I purchased this figure for 800 pesos. Here are the comparison to my other collection. Lego minifigure, Takaratomi Pokemon, Jollibee Fun City, Jollibee Around the World Philippines, 1994 Bandai Automorphin Pink Ranger Flip Head, and to the 1-144 non-grade Wing Gundam. Overall, I will give this toy this face reaction. I know it is bootleg, an unauthorized copy of the intellectual rights and trademark of the Figma company. I won't argue for this matter. I don't promote nor advocate of these knockoffs. I'm just an ordinary person who loves toys. It just happened that these are available on our market and I have my hard-earned cash to purchase it. I'm just here to showcase my toys and it's up to my viewers to decide whether they will buy it or not. As of this moment, I don't own an original Figma, so I can't compare the quality of this figure has. But I can say that I am not disappointed that I purchased these, as they were good enough for the price I pay for them. Flaws are there, especially the she figure, where some parts are popping off every time I try to pose her. Both were not durable, and I see how brittle the pegs of it. But if you are gentle to your action figures, then you will have no problem on these. They are not bad at all. Actually, they were good for their price. Purchasing the original is always better. But for some who wants an alternative, I can say that this figure will not disappoint them, as long they were gentle and doesn't play hard on their toys. This is my personal review, my own point of view, and see you next time for more!